Other one is February 2nd. All right. Well, I never really liked to work that much on Sunday, but today, yeah, I work until I think like 9 o'clock. Still just work too late, and then things got pushed back, and then couldn't really do the other things I really want to do on a Sunday. But sometimes things like this just happen. You know, you just have to suck it up and wait until you can get on to more cruise control mode. I'm definitely not on cruise control now. I won't say that I'm struggling, but things are not easy, right? Work-wise, things are not easy. All right, anyway, so it's late and I have plans for other things. So we're just gonna do this and then call it a day. All right. Thank goodness is an easy question. Thank goodness. All right, longest strictly increasing or strictly decreasing subarray. Return the length of the longest subarray, which is strictly increasing or strictly decreasing. So in this case is 2. Just explanation doesn't really make any sense. All right, so it's an easy question because it's only 50 in length. Let's see if we can do it smarter. I mean, strictly increasing, yeah, we can just see if it's increasing or decreasing, right? So, ooh, that is an interesting idea. We can run it twice. If we go monotonic array, if you think about it, we do a monotonic increasing array, right? So whenever we need to pop, then the current length is the longest. That's actually not right because what we want is a subarray. If you do monotonic, that's a subsequence. It's not really a subarray, so that's a no-go. So subarray means maybe there's an easier way. For example, you just compare, right? You just compare adjacent. If it's increasing, increasing, and then you hit a decreasing, then you just swap it out. And decreasing. Yeah, I think we just go through the whole thing. We start from the second one, right? And then we say, if it's we have a previous value. Yeah, we can have a previous value. We say a previous value is 0, right? So the current compared to the previous, if current is larger than previous, then you count plus plus, right? Count plus plus, and then current is larger than previous, count plus plus, and current is smaller than previous. But how do you know that we have changed the direction? Okay, now we set another variable to note that currently we are increasing, right? So now we're decreasing, so it's smaller than 0. So if the previous is, if we set increasing to be true, is increasing, okay? We have is increasing. So if your current increasing, then it's true. If your current decreasing, so it's like an and, right? Then you have exclusive or. Yeah, we do exclusive or. So the current was decreasing, then you reset. And when you reset, the size is actually need to set to 2 because when you start decreasing, that's actually 2, right? That's actually 2. I see. I see. So basically, when you start, if it's increasing, then previous is Oh, we set a really high value. Yeah, it doesn't really work. I don't think, can we just run through this in one kind of fashion? Yeah, you change, so we set it to 1. Okay, so like when you have a change, you set it to 1. But at the beginning, there's no change, right? There's no change. So if there's no change, you just plus plus. If there is a change, then you... Yeah, that's the thing. That is the thing. When you do the starting position, it's kind of difficult. So let's say we start with the second one, right? If it's bigger, then we set it to 2. Okay, we set it to 2. Yes, we start on the second one, and if it's bigger or if it's smaller, we all set the length to 2, and then we can start, right? If this is, then we will swap it. We'll reset it, and we set the length to 2. And if it's equal, that's interesting. How do you handle this? Well, they're equal. That means the size is 1. So the next one, if it's equal, then size you set to 1. Okay. I think that shall work. That shall work. So if nums dot, well, probably can do this is nums dot size is to 1, return 1. Right, there's no question about it. And then we say for int I, when I smaller than nums dot size, I plus plus. We also have int rest equal to 0. Right? Let me say if nums I equal to nums I minus 1. Alright? Oh, and so current length, current is equal to 0. And we also have a Boolean value is increasing. Doesn't matter, we set to false, but it doesn't really matter. So whatever is equal. If is increasing is false, now I'm increasing, so that counts as a reset, right? So you set to 2. Okay, that's fine. If it's decreasing, gosh, right? We reset. Okay, I think it'll be easier to just do to use the count size, to use the current to decide what it is, right? So if it's equal, then regardless, if you're equal, then regardless of what happens before, you will have to reset it, right? So it's equal, so we'll reset current to 1, and that's it. Else, we can say else if nums I, let's say, is larger than nums I minus 1. Okay, so current is bigger than the previous. Now, when current is bigger than the previous, it depends on what the previous one is, right? So we can check is to see if we say if I is equal to 1, which means we don't have a previous one, right? If I is equal to 1, or right, or the previous one is decreasing, which means nums I minus 1 is smaller than nums I minus 2, right? So previous is decreasing to I minus 1, and then we go up. So in this case, it's a reset, right? So in this case, it's a reset. We basically say current equal to 2, we reset. Else, if not, which means the I minus 1 is larger. Ooh, hold a second. It could be equal, right? So if it's equal to, yeah. So other than that, then it's strictly increasing. Then current just plus plus. We add the current to it, right? So that's else if, and then we have else again if I equal to 1 or nums I minus 1 is larger equal to nums I minus 2, then current equal to the reset, else current plus plus. So when we get all of this done, we say res equal to std max res and current, and at the end we return res. That shall do it. I do wonder what be sailing, what be just examine mountain or valley subarrays. Let's see if this one even works. I just realized one thing. I don't need this. I can set to 1. Because I think the smallest is always 1. Yeah, let's go through this one more time. If it's equal, then you basically reset. Well, we agree, right? If it's equal, it doesn't really matter what happened before, you just have to reset. If it's not equal, then I need to check the previous one, right? So if the previous one, if there's no previous one, or if the previous one is not strictly following the current trend, then you basically restart, you set current to 2. But if it is following the trend, then the current is plus plus. Yeah, I feel like it looks fine. Let's see if we pass. Oh, okay. Looks pretty good. Oh. All right, so any other ideas here? Brute force. Single iteration. Okay, incremental increase length, decrease length, and max length. So if it's larger than increase length plus plus, reset decrease length, and smaller decrease length plus increases, else both sets to 1. Oh, ooh, this is actually pretty good. Increase length, decrease length. Well, in my case, I basically folded them together into one called current. Yeah, this is easier to understand, I do agree. All right, that will be it. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Adios.